Lenders have given the money to the business, which they will get back from the business after a certain period of time. Okay, so lenders are the person from whom we have obtained a loan. Lenders are the person from whom we have obtained a liability which will be paid after a certain period of time. So those are the lenders. They also want to know the know-how, the whereabouts of the business, because the amount they have given to the business might lose that amount if the company is not doing properly, if the company is not able to perform the activities on a good note, then they might lose their money. So for the safety reasons, they want to know whether the company is doing good things or not. Is that clear? Hello guys, hello students. I hope all the concepts which have been discussed in the previous classes, previous videos are all clear to you. Now, in today's class, in today's video, we will be discussing about the full disclosure concept. Now, what is the meaning of full disclosure? What is the meaning of disclosure? Disclosure simply means to make aware to all the users of accounting each and everything. Simply, that is, information provided is basically used by the investors, lenders, and suppliers. Now, what happens if there is a person, if there's a person who is the investor? Now, who is the investor? Investor is the person who has got the money, who has invested the amount into our business. He had the money, suppose say 10 lakhs. He has invested, invested the amount as a capital into our business. So obviously, he needs to know the full information. Since he has invested, he has become the owner of that company as well. Obviously, he will not take part in the management of the business, but he is very much concerned about the know-how of the business, that if the company is doing good, if the company is incurring profits, or if the company is incurring losses. He should know each and everything. So each and everything is dealt in the concept that is full disclosure concept. Full disclosure concept simply says to disclose, to inform each and everything to the investors, to the ultimate users, as they have invested the money, or else they have some or the other interest with our company. For example, the investors have invested the money into the business. Next, lenders have given the money to the business, which they will get back from the business after a certain period of time. Okay, so lenders are the person from whom we have obtained a loan. Lenders are the person from whom we have obtained a liability which will be paid after a certain period of time. So those are the lenders. They also want to know the know-how, the whereabouts of the business, because the amount they have given to the business they might lose that amount if the company is not doing properly, if the company is not able to perform the activities on a good note, then they might lose their money. So for the safety reasons, they want to know whether the company is doing good things or not. Is that clear? Next are basically the suppliers. Now, who are the suppliers? Suppliers are those person from whom we have purchased the raw material, from whom we have purchased the goods on credit. If we have purchased the goods on cash, by paying the cash, nothing will be much important. But since we have not paid the cash, they are worrying about their money. Will they get back the money or not from us? So this concept says that each and everything has to be informed to the ultimate users. Everything needs to be known by the ultimate users of that particular information user. Is that clear? Next, because they have to take the financial decisions. Since they have to take the financial decisions simply means where the money is involved. If they know each and everything about the company, they will be easily be able to take the decisions from that information. Okay, so in order to take the financial decisions, they should know each and everything of the company. Apart from that, as the management is different from the owners, obviously, now as I just told you, the investor is the person who has invested the money into the business. Now, since he has invested the money into the business, so he is very much concerned about the money he has invested, whether the money which he has invested is fruitful or not. If it is not fruitful, he will withdraw the money out of that company back to him. Is that clear? Now, since the management is different, Okay, management knows each and everything because management is the one who is doing the activities, who is performing the operations. But what about the investors? They don't know each and everything. So they want the information from the accountant. From the accounting information, only they will get the information because they are sitting outside the business and they don't know what's happening inside. So that's why it is told that the company should fully disclose each and everything into its accounting information. Okay, next, the financial statements. The financial statements are basically communicated to the users, and that is the only source of information which a users get from the company as a information. Is that clear? So it should be very much full. Full means it should not hide something. It should be full and exact. Okay, there should be no biased, and it should be fair. It should not be unfair, and adequate disclosures. It should not be like, suppose a firm caught a fire and it destroyed goods worth of rupees 10 lakhs. So a company lost rupees 10 lakhs. It's a loss. Obviously, if this information gets out, all the investors will see that the company is not performing good. The company's management is not efficient enough. So they will withdraw the amount from that business. In order to maintain the harmony, what do the accountants do? They don't tell the adequate information. They hide this information of fire so that there cannot be the withdrawal of money from the investors. So this should not be the scenario. Each and everything should be disclosed to the ultimate users and the relevant for the financial decision. These are to be so much relevant, these are should be so much adequate that the investors or the suppliers or the lenders can take the best decision for this company. Okay, so full disclosure simply means to provide the full, fair and adequate information in the accounting information, because it has to be communicated to the users with which they will take the financial decisions. Next is the principle says all material and relevant facts are to be disclosed which are helpful in the financial performance. Each and everything has to be disclosed. Okay, all the relevant information. Again, let's take an example of fire only. Suppose there is a fire and the loss is of rupees 10 lakhs. So this is relevant. This should be informed very much clearly. Second, again, there was a fire and the goods of only 1000 were lost. So this need not be disclosed because this is not relevant, because this is the small amount of 1000 only. Because whenever a person gets to know that there is a fire in my godown, obviously there is a mindset that there must be a huge loss. So this thing, since it is not affecting the finances much, so this can be avoided. So all the material items and the relevant information must be disclosed for the financial performance, whether the company is performing good in finances or not, whether the company is incurring profits or incurring losses. Is that clear? Next, so these are to be fully and completely disclosed. Fully, that is, all the information must be fully disclosed, and completely, nothing should be hidden from the users. Everything should be explained with the explanation. Now, what is the meaning of explanations? For example, I have assets. Which I have machineries. Worth of 50 lakhs. Now, what kind of machineries do I have? What is the value of different types of machineries? This should also be disclosed in the accounting information. Okay, I am agreeing that the complete information has been done, that I have machinery worth of 50 lakhs, but with the explanation also. Suppose I have one machinery worth of rupees 2 lakhs, the other machinery worth of rupees 3 lakhs, other machinery worth of rupees 5 lakhs. These all are to be given in the accounting information with the main machineries head, that I have machine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Everything should be given with the explanation, with the proper explanation. Now why is this to be given to the users? Because users take correct assessment, so that users can get the correct information and the correct assessment of the amount which had been invested in the business. The suppliers can rely upon that, yes, I will get back the money out of the goods I have sold to the customers, to the business. Okay, next, the profitability and the financial soundness take informed decision. Obviously, the users wants to know the profitability of the business and the financial soundness, whether the company is sound or not, whether the finances are being used properly or not, whether each and every operation and the activities are being done on a harmonious basis or not. With that only, the users will be able to take the best out of the decisions which they want to take for the business. So this is basically the full disclosure concept. Apart from that, the full disclosure concept says, that is the Indian Companies Act 1956, which has now been named as the Indian Companies Act 2013, simply says it has provided a format. They have provided a format of proper each and everything. They have provided a format for statement of profit and loss. Now, what is the criteria? What is the procedure to calculate the profit or loss of the business? The presentation part, the statement part, each and everything has been defined by the Companies Act in the law, where a person can simply check out that law and can make the profit and loss statement and the balance sheet as well. So this has to be prepared. The preparation of profit and loss account and the balance sheet of a company needs to be compulsorily adhered to. It is not like if a company is following, some company can follow, some company cannot follow. It is not like that. Each and every company has to mandatorily, has to compulsorily follow each and every steps, each and every procedures which have been defined, which have been given by the Companies Act 1956, which has now been amended to Companies Act 2013. Is that clear? So the concept requires all material and relevant facts should be given, should be there in the accounting information. Nothing should be hidden in the accounting information. Each and everything should be, particularly all the material, whether important or not, and all the relevant things should be disclosed in the accounting information. Okay, next. Now, what type of information? Concerning the financial performance of the enterprise. All the financial, that is simply all the monetary transactions, all the monetary aspect are to be dealt, are to be given in that accounting information. Then only the users will be able to take the perfect decision, the good decision for their money, the money which they want to invest, the amount of goods they want to give as on credit, or the amount of loan they are willing to give us, for which will be paid after a period of time. So these all is to be taken care while disclosing the full items, full material facts into the accounting information. Next is the SEBI. Apart from the companies, Indian Companies Act, SEBI, that is the Securities Exchange Board of India. Let me write it. It is basically the Securities Exchange Board of India. Now, what is the main purpose of SEBI? SEBI simply is the guardian for all the companies. For example, there is a person who wants to invest rupees 2 lakhs into the business. He wants to invest 2 lakhs into the business. Now, what happens? Since he is the normal human being, normal person who wants to invest into the business. Now, if something goes wrong in that business, who will be liable? Obviously, this person, since he is a normal public, where will he go? He will go to the Securities Exchange Board of India. He will complain these things to the SEBI, and he will ask the SEBI, why is this company not giving the full disclosure of each and everything? Then SEBI will ask that company to give each and every relevant information to the public as a whole. Is that clear? So SEBI is the guardian for all the companies, whether it is listed or unlisted. Next. So SEBI mandates the complete disclosure to give the true and fair view of the profitability and the state of affairs. So SEBI, as compared to the Indian Companies Act, both are the same thing. That is, both of them ask the companies to give the full disclosure, the full each and every material fact into their accounting information, so as to calculate the perfect profit of that company. And the statement of affairs. The statement of affairs simply means state of affairs, the know-how, the whereabouts of the companies, the activities which are being done, the operations which are being done in that particular company everything should be informed to the ultimate users. Is that clear? So this was basically the concept of full disclosure, where we studied that full disclosure has to be given to the users. Now, who are the users? Users are basically investors, lenders, and suppliers who have to take the financial decision after getting the information from the company. Okay, so it should be full, fair, and adequate. Next, what we learned is the explanation. The full everything should be accompanied with the explanations. Everything should be accompanied with the explanation simply means the type of machineries which a company has, number of machineries, the worth of different type of machineries should also be disclosed. Apart from that, the Companies Act and the SEBI have mandated, that is, have made compulsory to give each and every information to the users. They have prescribed the forms, the statements in which the expenses or incomes can be put and the profit, actual profit and loss can be easily calculated. Okay, this was the full meaning and concept of full disclosure. Thank you so much. I think you must have understood each and everything. Thank you so much.